What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Malik Scott and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder will not take step-aside money to allow the Fury Joshua, says Scott. Of course, the retired heavyweight contender Malik Scott, who currently trains former world champion Deontay Wilder, says that the once-beaten boxer will not accept a step-aside agreement to allow Tyson Fury to face Anthony Joshua in a full unification on August 14th in Saudi Arabia. Okay, we know Wilder was stopped in the 7th round by Tyson Fury last year, and until then we've had a bicep injury or a surgery or an injury or a surgery or many other accusations that came after that. And then Fury started with the expired contract, and then he was offended by the words of Wilder all of a sudden. You know, now that we look more at that, could that just be Wilder getting under his skin? Maybe, maybe not, or just a way to get out of that fight because a bigger fight was amongst us, right? So anyway, Malik Scott took to social media to make this known because now we're back in the same situation. So we've jumped in Doc Brown's time machine and went on back to October of 2020 in the midst of Corona season, right? And here we are. But Scott took to social media to make it known, and he had this to say. Wilder declined and had no interest in step-aside money. Y'all dealing with a whole different type of mother over here. He wants the blood. He wants the blood. He wants the blood, not that step-aside money. Retribution is upon us, Scott stated. Now, of course, we know Top Rank has already preserved, Bob Arum has preserved a $65,000, the new $65,000 stadium in Las Vegas for July 24th. In the event the third Wilder fight will move forward. Okay, we already know that he already had this in place. But the question I have is, how is it that Tyson Fury, because this was around the time, the whole time frame, how is it that Tyson Fury is now only talking about Deontay Wilder? So are we to assume that he gave up on the idea of fighting Anthony Joshua, that is dead in the water, so Eddie Hearn can sit the hell down somewhere and Anthony Joshua can move on to fight his mandatories and do what he's been doing for the last, 5-6 years, defending his mandatories, right? So couldn't we assume that? Because if you look at Tyson Fury's Instagram, right, it's all about the Bronze Bomber. No excuses, but my costume was too heavy. Fury's gloves were loaded. I had weak legs. My water was spiked. Fury's gloves had no padding, had bicep injury. See, now he's going back to Wilder, okay? And he's stating that Deontay Wilder did turn down that money, okay? Or no, Tyson Fury said he asked for $20 million. So the question is, who's telling the truth? Did Wilder turn down, did he ask for $20 million, or did he turn down the idea of step-aside money in the first place? So those two different things. Because Malik Scott saying, yo, we ain't accepting any type of money. We want our retribution in blood. Tyson Fury stating that Deontay Wilder asked for $20 million. Okay, and he wasn't going to give him that much. I mean, who would, right? But who's telling the truth here? You really don't know, because they're around the same time frame. This is like, let's see, 14 hours ago, but he posted something around about 17 hours ago. Earliest was 17 hours ago, where he called, Deontay Wilder a joke and asked for over $20 million. So did Deontay Wilder ask for $20 million, or did they decline any idea of getting money altogether? I heard someone say that I used to work with, that Mr. Washington, shouts out to him. He says that everybody has a price. But then again, my first mind was that no, Deontay Wilder doesn't have a price. Whatever he's going to receive in the Tyson Fury fight, he's going to receive, fair play. But I thought that he wouldn't. So this baffled me. But I still could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I just want to get the facts right. Okay, so I'm not here selling you like, no, Deontay Wilder would never ask for $20 million. The question is, did he ask for $20 million? And then did they turn that idea down? Or did Deontay Wilder turn down the idea of getting offered any type of money? I don't give a shit what it is. So that's the thing. That's the question you ask yourself in this situation. You know, that's why at this point, these type of things that go on, if this fight happens, I want to hear about it all. If Wilder thinks that Fury cheated him, I want to hear about all that shit. I want to hear it in the build-up. I don't want any cheap-ass promotions like they gave us earlier last year, right? Because we didn't have a pro. We had two press conferences. That's it. That's all we saw. One at the kind of beginning and the one at the end. I don't want to see any of that shit. If you're going to do this, do it right. If Bob Arum can all of a sudden decide not to be cheap and preserve a $65,000 new stadium, mind you, right? Reserve date for that date. Okay, well then guess what? Guess what? Do it right. Okay? Don't do it and try to merge it into some football promotion or no shit. No, do this right. The trilogy fight is here after the controversy, after all the drama. We are here. So I want this to be promoted right. I want all this stuff to come out. Okay? I want it all to come out. I want who offered who what. Did Wilder offer or ask for $20 million to say, hey, you can fight Anthony Joshua? Did he ask for that? You know, and they turned that down from Team Fury. Or did Team Fury, you know, lie about the whole thing? Because that's what it comes down to. Because you will hear people say, you know what, Deontay Wilder would never ask for that. That's what I thought, but that doesn't mean that's the truth. See, it ain't all about me predicting right. It's about getting the facts out there to you guys. That's the real counterpunch. So, according to Malik Scott, back to him, the trainer of the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, states that he will not accept step-aside money. No way, no how. They want blood. Everybody wants blood these days, right? So all eyes are on Tyson Fury. You guys tell me what you think of Malik Scott's statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.